Wherever buying and selling activities will happen, there we prepare trading account. If they have given sales means you have to consider in inner column if there are any adjustment. Closing stock, you will get it from the adjustment, not from the table. If they want to import or receive goods, they have to pay some tax. That is called as octroi. Hello everyone, I am your Adarsh sir, lecturing Vidhyaashram PU College, the Temple of Excellence. So we are in the first session of your topic called Financial Statement 2. So this is your chapter number 11 and part B. Now, Financial Statement 1 we completed. Now we are in Financial Statement 2. What is the difference between Financial Statement 1 or Financial Statement 2? Now, Financial Statement 1, you will get only basic problems. Now, as I told you, you will get one question for 6 marks and one question for 12 marks. Your Financial Statement 1 will come for 6 marks. You need to prepare only trading account, profit and loss account as well as balance sheet. But in Financial Statement 2, you have to prepare complete financial statement. The same thing what we did in Financial Statement 1, same thing we will repeat, but together we'll do. Hope you understood. Now, whatever you prepare trading, P&L and balance sheet, we prepare together. It is not for 6 marks, this is for 12 marks. Along with the question, they will give you adjustments also. That adjustment also, we have to take it into consider. For 6 marks problem, there were no adjustments. Whatever given in the table, just copy paste work. But in your 12 marks, according to the table and by considering the adjustment, you have to prepare financial statements. Now, so before we go to problem, so first 2 or 3 sessions will go for basics. Why? Because you will understand better. Without fail, you have to attend this chapter for your examination. Why? Because easily within 20 minutes you can score 12 marks. It takes less than 20 minutes, but for the safer side, maximum it takes 20 minutes for preparing table as well as including all the adjustments. So, already I explained what is trading account and what is profit and loss account and what is balance sheet. Today we will understand what do you mean by trading account. Now, first thing, trading account is a statement which is prepared by a business firm. Normally trading account prepared by whom? So there are 2 types of business. One will be trading and another will be non-trading. What do you mean by trading account as well as non-trading account? So I'll clear this. Trading means wherever sales and purchases happens, we call it as trading account. Again, I'll repeat. Wherever sales and purchases happens, we call it as trading account. What do you mean by non-trading account? Example, all these service sectors comes under non-trading activity. Trading itself means that sales and purchases. You can take example of college. In college, we will not buy, we will not sell anything. Hospital, they cannot buy or sell patients. Similarly, lawyer office, so advocate, he cannot buy or sell anything. Doctors, he cannot buy or sell. These sectors, we call it as non-trading sectors. Means buying and selling activities will not happen. Wherever buying and selling activities will happen, there we prepare trading account. If you want to prepare trading account means there must be buying and selling activity should happen. Now, first thing, trading account is a statement. Remember this word. What do you mean by trading account? It is a statement which is prepared by a business firm. Individual cannot prepare. Individual, if he is not running business, he will not prepare trading account. For his purpose, he can prepare if there is a sale or buying activities are there. Now, second one, it shows the gross profit of business activity during this specific period. So what do you mean by gross profit? We'll understand later. Now, I'll give you best example for that. Your sales 10 lakh, your purchases 8 lakh. So what is the total? It is 10 lakh. This one is 10 lakh. The higher value should be written both the sides. Now 10 lakh minus 8 lakh. This 2 lakh we call it as gross profit. Remember, so sales minus purchases. It is not only purchases, we also include all direct expenses. Which are those direct expenses? We already learned in financial statement 1. Again, we will repeat that the concept of trading, like direct expenses as well as indirect expenses. Now, so this will be your gross profit. Now, for example, your sales is 10 lakh, but your purchases are 18 lakh. Then what will happen? Yes, 18 lakh will be the higher value. So 18 lakh minus 10 lakh, 8 lakh will be your gross loss. Clear? It might be gross profit or else it might be gross loss. If your sales is higher, it will be gross profit. If your purchase and expenses are more, it will be gross loss. Any one thing can happen. If your sales is 10 lakh, your purchase also 10 lakh, there is no profit, no loss. It is nothing but we call it as break-even point. Whatever sales you did, same cost also you have incurred. No profit, no loss. This we call it as gross profit. I will explain more about this gross profit in the next slide. Now, it is a part of final accounts. So why it is a part of final accounts? As you know, in final accounts, we prepare 3 accounts. First one will be trading account. Second one, profit and loss. And the third one, balance sheet. Now, trading account, profit and loss as well as balance sheet. Now, so trading account is a part of this financial statement. Now, all put together, we call it as financial statement. If you want to complete financial statement, you have to begin with trading account. So trading account is a part of financial statement. Now, in other words, trading account gives detail of total sales and total purchases. In trading account, you will get to know what is your total sales and what is your total purchases. I'll explain you more in the next slide what is sales, total sales and what is total purchases. It may be cash or credit purchase, total of these two. It may be cash or credit sales, total of these two. Out of this, if anything is returned, for example, you purchased some goods, later you got to know that it is damaged. What you will do? You will return that. Those has to be deducted from your purchases. Whatever sales you made, customer came and returned due to damage or some other reason. What you have to do? For example, you have sold for 1 lakh. Out of 1 lakh, 10,000 worth he returned. So what will be your sales? Now it is not 1 lakh. 1 lakh minus 10,000. Your sales must be 90,000. Hope you are clear. In detail, we will learn in the next slide. Now, and direct expenses relating to purchase and sales. We will not consider only purchase and sales. Along with that, we'll also consider what are the direct expenses, what are the direct incomes. So normally direct incomes are nothing in this other than sales. So we will consider everything which is related to trading account. Now, next and the last thing, trading account format for the year contains particulars, amount, debtor, creditor, purchase, sales, etc. This we will learn in next slide. Why? Because this is nothing but your format. We already done problems on trading account in your financial statement 1. My suggestion, before you watch this financial statement 2, please go back to financial statement 1 so that you will get all the basic fundas in financial statement 1. This financial statement 2 will be dead easy if you watched that financial statement 1. The extra thing you will learn in this financial statement 2 is adjustments. After the table, they will give you 3 to 4 adjustments. How to solve those adjustments, you will understand if you do financial statement 2. So before this, go back to financial statement 1. Almost 8 to 9 sessions are there on that. Please watch that and come back to financial statement 2. Now, so this will be your format of financial statement. Now, we will understand one by one. I have not filled everything. Why? Because one by one I can explain you better if I fill this. Now, remember, the heading must be trading account as on. For example, in your question paper, they have given as on 31st March 2020. What you should write? Now, trading account as on 31st 12 2020. Normally we prepare trading and P&L together. Then what we should write? Trading and P&L account as on 31st March 2020. In your problem, they have given 31st March 2021. What you should do? Similarly, trading and P&L account as on 31st March 2021. Simple, but heading is must. Without heading, don't start your problem. Clear? Yes. Now, once if it is done, whatever you write it in the debit side, we call it as debit. Whatever you write it in the on credit side, we call it as credit. Debit side it will be debit and credit side it will be credit. You have to mention that DR debit side and CR it is a credit side. Clear? This is the second thing. What is the first one? Heading. What is the second one? Debit as well as credit. While doing problem, if I miss out anything like heading or debit or credit, it is your responsibility to fill everything. Why? Because who is writing the exam? Me or you? Yes, obviously it is you only. So if I miss out, I will not lose marks. But you? Yes. So you will lose marks if you don't fill this thing. For scoring 70, 80 or 90, these things are not important. But if you want to score 95 plus or centum, you have to concentrate on these minute things. Clear? Yes. Now, first we'll go for credit side, then we'll come for debit side. Now, credit side, what will come under trading account? Whatever format I am giving, that is a final format for your problem. Other than this, hopefully you will not get anything. 90% I can cover everything here so that whatever compared to your previous 10 years question paper, what are the things they have given, according to that I'll give you format so that all question paper you can solve it easily with the help of this format. Now I'll go with credit side, later I'll come for debit side. Normally it starts from opening stock, but on the credit side we have only 2 items. So I'll finish it up credit side, then I'll come back to debit. Now, so you should start with by sales. So whatever sales, it may be cash or it may be credit, it is immaterial. If they have given sales means you have to consider in inner column if there are any adjustment. If there are no adjustment, you can write sales outer column directly. Normally, what kind of adjustment you may get on sales? You will get only one adjustment, that will be sales return. Now, sales minus sales return, the final answer should be outer column. Clear? Remember, in your question paper, first thing you have to see sales. Once if you got sales, you have to minus sales return. Sometimes what they will do, they will not give you sales return. Instead of sales return, they may give you return inward. Return inward. Sometimes they will give it as sales return, or else sometimes they will give it as return inward. Remember, it is return inward, it is not carriage inward. Carriage inward is different, return inward is different. Why I am mentioning this means, normally the student commit mistake in this. It is not carriage inward. Remember, it is return inward. Hope you are clear. Now, sales minus sales return, the outer column will be amount. What will be the second one? It will be by closing stock. By closing stock. So these are the credit side items. Only two things. Remember, in your question paper, two things you have to write on your credit side. First one will be sales minus sales return, and the second one will be closing stock. Remember, closing stock you will get in adjustment, not in the table. Remember this, closing stock you will get it from the adjustment, not from the table. Don't find closing stock in your table. Whatever stock given in the table, that is opening stock. So you have to find this closing stock. After table, in a small line, they will mention closing stock some amount. Clear? Yeah. Closing stock. Any doubt up to this? Hope there is no doubt. So remember this, you will get it from adjustment. Now we'll come for the debit side. Simple. The first one will be to debit side, to opening stock. Opening stock. For opening stock, you will not get any adjustment. Directly we will write opening stock. Once opening stock is over, what will be the second one? Yes, the second one will be purchases. Second one will be purchases. Once the purchase is done, similar, how you did for sales, same thing, purchases minus purchase return. So outer column you should write amount. Purchases minus purchase return, outer column amount. Now similarly, for sales return we call it as return inward. What will call it as purchase return? Return outward. Clear? It is return inward and this one is return outward. Remember this. This also called as return outward. Return outward. Remember, every problem they will not mention it as a purchase return. Sometimes they will mention as return outward. Once if it is done, what is the next one? Simple. You have to write any manufacturing expenses. Manufacturing expenses. If there are any manufacturing expenses, you have to mention. Now, manufacturing expenses are done. What is the next one? Major one, wages. Wages. So you have to write wages. Remember, in the adjustment, if they have given anything like outstanding wages or prepaid wages. Prepaid wages. So sometimes in the adjustment they will give you wages. If it is 10,000, write 10,000. Along with that, in the adjustment they will mention outstanding wages 1,000, prepaid wages 2,000. Remember, if it is outstanding, so you should add. If it is outstanding, you should add. If it is prepaid, if it is prepaid, you should minus. Simple logic. Anything, it may be wages outstanding, salary outstanding, carriage inward outstanding, rent outstanding, or electricity bill outstanding. If you find the word outstanding or not yet paid, both are same. Outstanding means not yet paid. For example, you are working, I can give you best example, like I am working in some institution. If they have not paid salary means that will be called as outstanding. I purchased some goods, I have not paid to that shop, that is outstanding. Not yet paid, we call it as outstanding. Now, next month's salary, if you give it this month, it will be prepaid. Prepaid always minus, outstanding always add. Again, I'll repeat. Prepaid always minus, outstanding always add. Now, so wages, if they have given in the adjustment outstanding, add wages. Wages, in the adjustment they have given prepaid wages, then minus wages. Clear? Other than this, you will not get any other adjustment. Once wages is done, remember, carriage inward. So this is not written inward. Remember, this is carriage inward. Carriage means what? Transportation. Any transportation within the premises, not outside, within the building or within the compound, we call it as carriage inward. Within the campus, if anything is transported, shifted, we can call it as carriage inward. Carriage inward is a direct expenses. Clear? Yes. So carriage inward also part of your trading account. Along with this, normally these things only you will get. Along with this, you may get 2 power charges or fuel or octroi, OCTROI, octroi. Normally you will not get these things. Power, fuel, octroi, normally you will not get. If you get also simple, you have to write in the trading account debit side. Credit side, what will come? Only 2 things. Sales minus sales return, and one more is closing stock. Other than these 2, nothing you will get. Normally the abnormal loss will come, but in your question paper you will not get any abnormal loss or any damage of goods. No. So usually you will get only 2 things: sales minus sales return as well as closing stock. Debit side, what will come? Opening stock plus purchase minus return. Then you have to write all manufacturing expenses. Then you have to write wages, carriage inward, then power, fuel and octroi. So what do you mean by octroi? Octroi means, for example, few countries or few cities, if they want to import goods, if they want to receive goods, so that particular city has to pay certain tax. That is called as octroi. Clear? So if they want to import or receive goods, they have to pay some tax. That is called as octroi. Octroi, it is a part of the tax amount. Clear? Yes. Along with this, more than, like, you may get freight. Freight also, it is a part of transportation. Freight, normally you may get in your question paper, freight charges are, if there are any direct expenses. So these are your debit side item. Other than this, you will not get anything. So once if you get your paper, find these things, copy and paste. Clear? So your homework is very simple. Go home. At home, you have to write down this format without seeing this and mug up this. Once you get the question paper, from the question paper, pick out all this. So copy and paste in this. They will give you a heading also. They will give you amount also. Copy and paste in this format. So in the financial statement, you have three things: trading, P&L and balance sheet. These all about trading. If you find these words, directly it will come and you have to put it in trading account. Now, once if it is done, what is your work? You have to close this. Normally your credit side will be more. Why? Because normally the companies will be running under profit. Now, so if your credit side is more, total this side also. Whatever you get, that will be called as gross profit. Gross profit. Clear? If your credit side is more and debit side is less. Simple. If your sales is more and purchase and direct expenses are less, then what will happen? Total minus these things, you will get gross profit. Hope you're clear. For example, your expenses are more, your sales are less, then you will get gross loss. Clear? Yes, this is all about your trading account. I'll go out of the screen. Please take screenshot of this. Yeah. So this is all about your today's session. So we have done with trading account. So in the trading account, what is your homework? Go home without seeing the screenshot. You have to write down the complete format of trading account. So once you get into the question paper, or else you can see any question paper of your previous year, or else if you have textbook, open the financial statement 2. In the question, take pencil and find which are the items comes under trading account. Clear? Yes. So I'll end this session with the saying that learn concept and earn marks.